What's up? Welcome into your daily Buckeye Blitz for a Tuesday, April 18th, 2023. I'm your host, Joe from the Buckeye Cast, bringing it to you. Still devouring this spring game, still recovering from the birthday, but we're feeling right. Got a little coffee going and cannoli. Don't forget the cannolis, Godfather. All right, today we're gonna hash out this spring game. I'm gonna give you letter grades for every position group, and let's start right off with the quarterback. Oh, we can talk about Tristan Gebbia if you guys really want. Please hit me in the comments if you want to know about Tristan. We're talking mainly about Kyle McCord when it comes to the quarterbacks because he is probably the starting quarterback. Anyway, started off rough early. We talked about this, but had a better second half. I don't know, man. I'm gonna give him a B minus. Basically, this is Kyle's grade. You got to remember, without his starting complement of wide receivers, running backs, O-line is still up in the air, especially the tackle positions, and even the center is not solidified 100%. So I got to give Kyle, he's sharing this B minus with a lot of dudes. So we did have some bright spots with the wide receivers and the running backs and stuff, but the O-line made it hard to do much of anything. Once it was like a freaking waterfall. Once the D-line started beating up on those tackles, it was cancel Christmas. Good night. So B minus for Kyle. Let's talk running backs. No major thing going on there. I mean, Dallin looks good. Of course, Chip had the 65-yarder. That was not great. Again, you got to remember that was 2s on 2s. So Dallin Hayden looks good, though. I'm going to go with a B there. Again, these are not the starters. When Mayan was in there, what do you have? A handful of carries at the most? 3, 4, 5, something like that. Okay. Again, I think they were just doing thud early on. So I don't know if you can get a good representation of how blocking and tackling a running back is going to play if you're just doing thud. So B for the running backs. Again, it's going to be a much different picture in the fall when Travion's back. Mayan's 100% and ready to go. And unfortunately, we're not going to see a lot of Dallin and Chip. So kind of a graded with that in mind. Tight ends, I'm going with a B here as well. Had some good plays, bad plays. Cade had a drop. Got hit that jugs machine, Cade. Jelani Thurman is a freak, in case I didn't mention that 100 times already. He's different. I think you got to figure out ways to get him on the field. He had a few catches. No great splash plays, but he just is different out there. His size and his length, I'm a big length guy. But yeah, G. Scott, I think, had a couple catches, looked good, looked fast. So still got some of that wide receiver talent, good hands. So tight ends, a B. Yeah, okay. Wide receivers. Now, this grade is going similar to the running back grade, where we are not seeing our starting receivers here. These are guys that will be lucky to be in the 2 deep for the most part. So you got the young guys, the freshmen, Carnell Tate with a 37-yard touchdown. Noah Rogers breaks multiple tackles, gets the 57-yarder. Harrison had a few catches out of the slot. Love seeing that. Kojo Answe, second-year guy, couple catches. Caleb Brown, a kick returner. Jaden Ballard with the one-handed OBJ catch. But then, again, like a fast receiver, sometimes he doesn't make the routine plays, and the receivers had a couple drops. Carnell Tate had a drop. So that's why I go B plus, because, again, this is not the starting wide receivers you're looking for. So it's going to be a little bit different, but all in all, guys put in positions, to work with Kyle, and I think they did well. Areas for improvement for sure, but again, you're without Julian Fleming, you're without Emeka Egbuka, and a very, very, very limited snap count from Marv. So I think they did the best with what they had. Let's go O-line. Got a frog in my throat. O-line. Oh, Jesus. I'm going to D. I'm giving them a D, and that's being generous. Our D-line is nasty. You got to keep that in mind. You got Kenyatta bursting onto the scene. This guy's going to be my breakout player for the 2023 season. I know he won't be a starter. I'm not saying that, but you got Jack and JT going against not exactly fully formed offensive tackles. So D, and there's a reason why the Buckeyes are looking hard in the portal. Even if they don't find a starter, they need quality depth. There's a bunch of dudes. I'm going to get into it this week on future episodes of the Daily Blitz. So subscribe, note. So yeah, I give the O-line a D. Center was okay. I'm not totally impressed with Vic Cutler yet. Vic Cutlery. He's missing a spoon, maybe a butter knife. I don't know. Anyway, the tackles got to get ironed out. They really gotta either decide on a right tackle and ride with him and let him get all the reps or most of the reps, or take this into preseason camp and make a decision like a week or two out from game one, like you would with the quarterbacks. So a lot of work to be done on this O-line, obviously. So yeah, not much else going on there. It just inconsistent, and that's killing me. So let's go over to the D-line. I'm going B+. Those guys lived in the backfield all afternoon. Hero Canoe, Caden Curry, Kenyatta Jackson, Ty Hamilton, Tyleek Williams, all had a sack. And then Jack and JT, though they might not have had sacks technically, according to the one-handed touch rule, they were in the backfield beating their man. Jack worked over the right tackles. JT was just bull rushing and going berserker against Josh Fryer. So I've got to go B+. Obviously limited snaps for Jack and JT. I don't even think they played in the second half of the scrimmage. So B+. The young guys, Kenyatta, Amari made some moves. He worked over right tackle a couple times. He's got a nice little up and under move and was close to getting to Kyle. But so B+. The depth, I'm feeling much better about the depth, especially along the D tackle position with Ty Hamilton, Tyleek, and now you got Hero jumping into the mix, showing that he's probably close to ready. And Mike Hall, I think we're in better shape than I expected. And we got a couple guys coming in this summer, so that helps. Caden McDonald and Will Smith Jr. So those guys will help down in the middle. And we got Joshua Mickens and more coming in. So at the end, so we'll see. So B+ for the D line. Linebackers, very happy with our depth at linebacker too. I go B+ here. Border A-. I'm gonna change that. I'm gonna go A-. I was very impressed with Gabe Powers, led the team with 8 tackles. CJ Hicks with a couple pass breakups, should have been interceptions, but that's why he's a linebacker, not a receiver or a tight end. But CJ has to get on the field. I know I said this before. He's got to get on the field. CJ he reminds me of a Baker, Jerome Baker from Cleveland. That dude he's got all the athletic ability. You just got to harness it a little bit, and he played really well. Gabe Powers, again, solid. And who doesn't love a number 36 on defense? Right in my wheelhouse. So very happy with the linebackers. Cody Simon was solid at middle, and Carrico, okay. he's inconsistent at times. So we'll see what happens. Laurinaitis and Jim Knowles, mostly Laurinaitis, need to continue coaching up those backers and see how we can get CJ on the field. Corners, I'm going B. Hands on balls. We've been preaching it all spring. You guys are probably sick of hearing me say hands on balls. Guys are getting their hands on balls. It's true. It's a fact. Can't argue it. Denzel, pass breakup. Davison Igbinosun, that dude, again, has the length. Wow. He's going to be a good one. I don't know how you don't rotate him in there. Didn't see or hear much from Hancock, so that's probably a good sign. Usually, if you don't call out a corner's name, he's either getting roasted or making a pick. So if you're not talking about him, it's probably a good thing. So let's see how that rotation works out going forward. So yeah, again, a B for the corners. Safeties, just to finish up. Sonny, 6 tackles, couple breakups, PBUs. Still don't know how you don't get him on the field more often. He came in, as an extra linebacker, essentially, when the offense went into a bigger personnel package. So you got to get him on the field. They pull off Martinez, obviously, as being the smallest guy on the field. So bring in Sonny. There has to be another, more than just that package alone for Sonny. I mean, you guys have been telling me, I've been telling you, we've been telling each other, get Sonny and CJ on the freaking field, right? So I'm going A- for the safeties. Well done. Again, it's hard to play a defense against the pass when they're not throwing the ball very well and the D-line is getting home and affecting virtually every throw. So A- though, safeties did well. I did not like the late touchdown from a defensive point of view to Noah Rogers. Piss poor tackling. The guy freaking even coughs it up in when he's running through the secondary, and nobody can knock it loose. So that's the only reason I give them a minus. What did I say? A-? Yeah, A-. So note that. So yeah, that's what I got for my grades. All in all, defense, to be expected, is ahead of the offense. I mean, offense, again, without their weapons, their entire arsenal. So not worth freaking out about, but offense has a ways to go. And fingers crossed, they'll get there. They'll get there. Plenty of time to go. Fall camp doesn't start until like August 15th or 16th. So plenty of time. That's what I got. Let me know what you guys got. Give me your grades for each position group, or you don't have to give me all of them if you don't want, but hit me up in the comments, hit me, email me, hit me on Twitter, whatever. I'll talk to you later. Go Bucks.